You look at the shower drain, see the tangled mess of shedding strands, and immediately blame your genetics. But that shedding often has very little to do with your DNA. Your body relies on a biological supply chain to manufacture hair. Growing thick, healthy strands requires a constant, uninterrupted stream of specific raw materials flowing up to your scalp. When we examine the medical literature on follicular health, we find 7 specific dietary habits that actively sever this supply chain: severe caloric restriction, inadequate protein intake, key mineral deficiencies, high mercury fish, fried foods, processed sugar, and high glycemic carbohydrates. Daily consumption of these foods effectively starves the follicles of the building blocks they need to maintain a healthy growth cycle. To understand how the damage occurs, we need to isolate the 2 most dangerous habits on that list: processed sugar and high glycemic carbohydrates. This chart tracks what happens when you consume refined carbohydrates, like white bread or sugary snacks. Your baseline blood glucose levels rocket upward into a red danger zone. To cope with this toxic spike, your pancreas hits the panic button. It releases a massive wave of insulin to clear the sugar from your bloodstream. This excess insulin triggers a severe hormonal consequence. It forces your body to overproduce androgens, male sex hormones, and specifically converts them into a potent, highly aggressive byproduct called DHT. Those DHT molecules travel straight to your scalp. They bind directly to your hair follicles, causing the physical root to shrink, weaken, and ultimately shut down production. Managing your blood sugar is the biological prerequisite for stopping DHT from choking off your hair supply. We operate under a harsh biological reality. Your body views your hair as completely non-essential for your survival. This clinical overview confirms the exact triage process. During periods of nutritional scarcity or crash dieting, your system will ruthlessly steal nutrients away from your scalp to protect vital organs like your heart and your liver. To keep those nutrients flowing to the scalp, you have to overload the biological supply chain with keratin. This is the foundational protein that your body uses to construct physical hair strands. You can acquire these building blocks through 2 different pathways. Animal proteins, like poultry and salmon, provide complete amino acids and omega-3s. Plant proteins, like lentils and soya chunks, deliver high doses of non-heme iron and biotin. Regardless of whether you prefer a plant-based or omnivorous diet, hitting a high daily protein threshold is the only way to signal to your body that it has enough resources to resume manufacturing hair. You can clear the blockages in your supply chain with a few immediate dietary replacements. First, drop high mercury fish like swordfish, which actively block nutrient absorption, and swap in omega-rich salmon. Next, remove high glycemic white breads and pastas. Replace them with complex carbohydrates like quinoa and brown rice to halt the insulin and DHT spikes. Finally, ditch the fried, sugary snacks. Grab handfuls of almonds, walnuts, and seeds to flood your system with the essential fatty acids required for follicle health. These swaps guarantee you have the right raw materials in your system, but those materials are useless to your hair if they remain stuck in your digestive tract. The final logistical hurdle is transportation. Your body has to move that protein and those vitamins from your gut against gravity all the way up to your scalp. Physical movement is the engine for this delivery system. Specific core exercises, crunches, planks, and leg raises create the internal pressure needed to drive circulation. Engaging your core while practicing deep breathing yields a massive secondary benefit. It drastically lowers your cortisol levels. Cortisol is the stress hormone responsible for forcing healthy hair into the shedding phase. As cortisol drops, your core routine acts as a powerful pump, driving oxygen-rich, nutrient-dense blood straight up through your vascular network into waiting hair roots. A nutrient-dense diet depends on this vascular delivery system. If blood flow to the follicles is stagnant, those raw materials struggle to reach the production site. You bring this science together through a holistic 7-day protocol. This weekly meal plan overview outlines exactly how to combine a low-sugar, high-protein diet with daily circulation-boosting exercises. An optimized day starts early. You get morning sunlight to trigger vitamin D synthesis, drink warm lemon water for hydration, and complete a 20-minute core activation workout to prime your circulation. Your daily menu focuses on nutrient-dense, low-glycemic meals. As shown in these lunch recipes, a quinoa and spinach salad keeps your insulin levels steady while maintaining a high supply of keratin building blocks. The evening protocol secures the gains. You perform light stretching to decompress the spine, followed by a strict 8 hours of sleep. This deep rest allows your pituitary gland to release human growth hormone, repairing cellular damage across your scalp. Thicker hair growth resumes when the internal supply chain is restored. By aligning your diet and circulation, you provide the follicles with the environment they need to thrive.